The holidays are here, and with that comes food and eating. Lots of eating. Here's TV20 health reporter Richard Stewart with a look at good nutrition during the holidays.
Thanks, Dan. Today we're joined by registered dietitian nutritionist Amanda Liptak. Amanda, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Your company is called Nutrient Rich Life. Tell us about that.
I own a private practice. It's a telehealth company, and we focus on holistic and functional solutions that's centered around weight loss, inflammation, and also gut health. One thing that makes us unique is that we really focus on mind and body. So we really focus on that bringing that mindset piece in as well at Nutrient Rich Life.
So the holidays are upon us. What can you tell our viewers about your best tips for healthy eating during this time of year?
Couple things that can trip us up around the holidays is that we just have more demands. We have more events. They disrupt our regular routine. That impacts the time that we can do meal prep and can even impact the flow of our day, where we find ourselves skipping more meals and not really staying on a pace with the intake that we're supposed to be getting from our nutrition.
So how can people enjoy their holiday dining without feeling guilty about overindulging?
One of the tips that I'd love to share with my clients is create a non-negotiable. So you should really focus on what is most important to you at the holiday season. Is that making sure that you get a workout in several times a week? Is that making sure that you get your food prep done so you have food prepared that you can feel more in control in during the week? What is your non-negotiable that's important to you, so that when everything else feels out of control around you and you're not in control of your schedule during the holidays, those things are constants in your life.
Speaking of control, portion size is always a big one. What would you say about controlling portion size around the holidays?
One thing you can do to control portion size at the holidays is make sure that you are not skipping meals. Because a lot of times we want to save those calories for later. We can save a lot of things in life, but we can't not save calories. So we really want to focus on keeping good pace throughout the day with our meals. If we eat 3 squares a day, we're eating that breakfast, lunch, and dinner. If you eat snacks, make sure that you are incorporating them, even on days where you're going to a dinner event or a holiday outing, that you make sure that you're eating. Because if you skip meals, you're going to be more likely to overeat when you are faced with all those goodies. You're going to be really in a blood sugar crash and unable to really make informed nutrition choices, and you're not going to feel good about the choices that you're making. So,
are there any nutrient-dense foods that you would recommend incorporating into your diet during the holiday season?
Yeah, over the holidays, we're really consuming a lot of inflammatory foods. We may be consuming more fried foods, higher fat, higher sugar, higher carbohydrate meals, and that can affect us in multiple ways. It can make us feel more bloated, more fatigued. So focusing on anti-inflammatory foods are going to be really, really important over the holidays. Making sure you're getting those fruits and vegetables in, but also making sure that you are incorporating things like, olive oils, fresh, blueberries, walnuts, even things like avocado, which are high in fiber, have some anti-inflammatory properties, can add a satisfaction factor to your meal, help control your fullness, and also just be more anti-inflammatory.
Is that your best advice for creating a balanced holiday plate? Have nutrient-rich foods coupled with ones that are a little easy on your system?
For sure. I think if I were creating the perfect plate, one of the things that I would focus on is getting protein on the plate first. Because there's so many high carb choices, we tend to forget about the protein. So plate your protein first. Add higher fiber carbohydrates and make sure you're getting those vegetables in as well. And that will leave room for something that you want to enjoy, like a sweet treat or a fun alcoholic drink.
What about those with dietary restrictions? What would you say to them to maintain their health but still enjoy the meal around holiday time?
So many of my clients have dietary restrictions, gluten-free, dairy-free, there are many specifications. Even in our own home, we have allergies as well. So paying attention to planning ahead is going to be something that's really important for anybody with dietary restrictions. If you can look at the menu ahead of time, if you're going out to a restaurant, or if someone is hosting an event and you don't have control over making all of the meals, just consulting with the person that's hosting, asking what's in that food is going to really help you plan ahead for those special needs.
Amanda, that all sounds like great advice. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
She is Amanda Liptak, CEO of Nutrient Rich Life. I'm Richard Stewart, health reporter. Back to you, Dan.